Hey everyone, welcome to Storm King's Thunder. I believe this is our 8th episode at this point. That's what I typed earlier at least. If not, I'll change it everywhere else, and then this will just be all weird and wrong. So welcome to the stream, everybody. As always, if you're watching on Twitch, hit the follow button. That really helps us out a lot. Keeps you connected to us and lets you know when we're doing streams, that sort of thing. As always, we're here Sunday mornings, 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time, which is weird because of daylight savings, so be sure, if you haven't already changed your clocks around, do that if you're watching this live. If you're not watching it live, please don't, because that'll just mess you up. But yeah, welcome to the stream. We are in the midst of Storm King's Thunder. Our heroes have survived giant attacks and bandits and all sorts of things. Flying castles. They are in the process of delivering some goods to a small town a little bit to the east of Tribor, where they faced down a large giant attack and barely survived. Who are these players, you might ask? Well, thank you for asking that. First up, we have Jason. Jason, who are you playing today?
Yeah, today I'm going to be playing Fritz the Paladin, half-elf.
Excellent. Next up, we have Jake. Jake, who have you got for us?
Coco Tricknips, the Forest Gnome Rogue / Cleric.
Excellent. And last but not least, Tira, who have you got for us today?
Playing Mordecai the Ranger.
Excellent. And then, of course, K9 will be joining us in a little while to take over as Kane. We'll get to him a little bit later. I am Lauren. I am your Dungeon Master for the day. Let's go ahead and I'm going to move you around. Just as a reminder here, I'll take you to the player's map first, just so we kind of remember where everyone is. You started your journeys down to the south of everything, down here by Nightstone, in between Waterdeep and Daggerford. You were picked up by a flying giant castle. After dealing with that, taken up to the town of Tribor, where you assisted the locals a little bit, destroyed a few establishments, mainly one establishment, and then when the fire giants attacked, you assisted the town in defending, picking up several quests in the process. Several of the people of the town had various places they wished to send you. You're currently headed to Noanar's Hold to deliver some goods there. But you had stopped in Calling Horns for the evening, and during the night, as you may recall, there was a sound outside your door, and a couple of trolls were attempting to break into the stables, presumably in an attempt to eat your horses. Is probably the way to read that situation. You guys fought them off while one of the guards of the town went off to sound the alarm. The alarm has been raised. That is where we left off. So, with that said, let's go ahead and pick up the game here. I think a few minutes after dealing with these trolls, it's not going to be too long, and several guards are going to come running, with weapons drawn, but the sound of battle has kind of died out. Looking around, they're going to see your group and the dead trolls, the guard who ran off is going to kind of step forward. You made quick work of those. Good job.
Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and take a trophy.
Okay.
Did we already loot them?
You tried to. They were not carrying very much. Trolls not the most clothed and or intelligent of creatures, so they really didn't have anything on their bodies.
Fair enough.
What kind of trophy are you taking, Tira? Or Mordecai?
Well, I was gonna take the head, but then it might regenerate. So I'm gonna take a thumb.
All right, yeah.
It'd probably be pretty big too, right?
Yeah, that would be large in your pack, I think. Yeah, you grab a thumb. That works. The soldiers are going to kind of poke around here a little bit, examining the scene. And after a few more minutes, a woman is going to arrive. She's going to kind of walk up to the group. She is a human, and she'll step up to the group and extend a hand in greeting, kind of shake hands with whoever would kind of be in front of the group, kind of first in line.
Sure, I'll shake her hand.
Yeah. Oh yeah, great. She'll kind of grab Coco's hand. She'll give you a nod and a smile. Thank you for your assistance. My name is Tamerlane, and you've probably heard already, but Calling Horns. This is my town that I pretty much put on the map here. So thank you for your assistance in helping to keep this place safe.
You got it. Is this your first troll attack?
She's gonna shake her head. No, no. We've had several attacks actually recently, and she's gonna kind of glance over at the trolls. Judging by how quickly you dispatched those trolls, I do have a favor to ask of you.
I'm listening.
She's going to say that the troll attacks have become much more common recently, and she's going to say, if you can seek out something that might be the cause of these attacks nearby, I could definitely provide you with some recompense. This is not a rich settlement here, but I do have many powerful friends, and I could provide you with a letter of recommendation that you could very much use to aid you in whatever journeys that you may find yourself on.
Just to no one in particular, or just a general recommendation?
She's going to give you a smile. No, this is definitely to some particular folk. If you ever were to find yourself in the town of Everlund, you could. There's an innkeeper, a half-orc at Danavar's house, who could certainly assist you. Or if you ever find yourself in the town of Yartar, there is a guild there of special note. She's being just kind of like a little circumspect with the idea of this guild, and she'll just say, "Well, they owe me some favors, and if you do me a favor, I'm sure they would do you one."
Okay, well, we need to talk about this. You don't mind if we take a few minutes, do you?
Yeah, she'll please take your time.
Going up to was it Everlund?
Yeah, here, I'll bring you back to the player's map real quick so that we can show you kind of what
Something.
you're looking at. So you just came through Yartar. That's the town to your west. That's where she's saying there is some kind of special guild. I mean, reading between the lines, like this might be like the Thieves Guild, something like that. There, Everlund is up to your northeast, and yeah, you had one of the quests that you had, I believe, was sending you into
Darathra,
yeah.
the Harpers, wasn't it?
Correct.
We're going that way.
Of course, now that I think about it, we should have asked more questions about where where the troll camp might be.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, you could find her again. Yeah, she's going to be around, and
she run doesn't she run that tavern thing that we're at, or the inn?
Yeah, well, she owns it. At this point, she doesn't run it herself. She's kind of the way this town is set up. She had kind of come here. She had set up this establishment, and she ended up attracting a lot of settlers to the region. So at this point, it's more like she's kind of running a protection racket. She kind of operates the local militia. There's the guards here, and they. The villagers kind of pay a monthly tithe to Tamerlane for the services of the guards, and she keeps the city and town safe, basically.
What was the name of the place in Everlund that she mentioned that her recommendation would be good?
Yeah, there is an inn in Everlund called Danavar's House. And there's an innkeeper there. He's a half-orc who could be a very powerful friend.
Okay.
Now, Everlund, just so you kind of know what Everlund is and why this could be important to you. Everlund is a mercantile city. Lots of trade comes through here. It is very well fortified, a very safe sort of city, and at least as far as you would be aware, this is a member of the Lord's Alliance. Which is one of the major organizations in the Sword Coast. So if it's under the protection of the Lord's Alliance, that means there's going to be it's a pretty major sort of place. And the most prominent place here is the Moongleam Tower, which I believe is partially what was it Darathra had sent you to talk to them about. And it's going to be a Harper stronghold here in Everlund. So there's a lot of stuff going on there.
Cool. Shall we ask her a few more questions about where the attacks are coming from?
Nah, let's just go.
Sure, go ahead.
Do we already know kind of the direction? Are they coming from like Nonar's Hold or something?
Yeah, they seem to be at this point, like, there isn't a whole lot of rhyme or reason behind the attacks. It seems more to be just that trolls in general in this area have been kind of whipped up into a frenzy, and like they find themselves wandering into town looking for food, looking for hunting, that kind of thing. So somewhere in the nearby wilderness, there's something kind of bringing them into town, or kind of whipping them up a little bit.
Mordecai, do you have any special ranger senses that can help us?
So survival, is that okay?
Yeah. So you guys are going to head out looking for this? Is that kind of the plan?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Actually,
You can talk to her and ask her your questions.
say that we rested at the end of
Oh.
Yeah.
last rest.
Yeah, I think you would be able to finish your long rest. You broke it shortly here, but for the battle, but you would be able to finish your long rest.
Perfect. Then yeah, I'm good to head out.
All right. Was there anything else you would kind of want to ask her about? She's not going to have a whole lot more information, basically.
I don't need anything.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, you all will head out into the surrounding woods and things. Then, upon the dawn of the next morning, you'll head out. Are you? I'm assuming you're kind of maybe leaving like the pack horse and a wagon tied up here in the town. Or are you taking it with you while you're hunting trolls?
Probably leave it there.
Be taking my horse with me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure you have your horse.
Yeah, I'm fine with leaving it.
All right. Mordecai, go ahead and roll some survival for me. Let's see what you guys can start tracking.
18.
All right. Yeah. Right off, you are able to begin tracking the trolls that had wandered into town. Like, that seems probably the best place to start. So you begin tracking them back into the woods surrounding Calling Horns.
Actually, before we get on with that, should we do anything to try to protect the of them getting stolen or anything like that?
You can mention it to what's her face, and since she's the head honcho of the town, ask her to make sure she protects it.
Yeah, she would guarantee protection of your items
Delivery
under her care. Yeah.
Okay,
Sounds
cool.
good.
All right. So yeah, you heading out. Mordecai, you're going to follow this trail for quite a while, and it's going to take a good portion of the day. But you're able to follow along with this trail for quite a while. It's going to lead to the north, kind of to the north side of the trail here. But you will eventually come around into an area where off in the distance, you're kind of on a bluff looking out over a kind of a clearing, and walking through the clearing, you are going to see something that you would be fairly familiar with at this point, and that is a fire giant. And this fire giant is kind of slapping around a troll that is in front of it. The giant seems kind of angry, and is just kind of pummeling this troll around the ears a little bit.
We can't hear what they're saying currently.
No, you would need to get closer to be able to hear what they're saying.
Where are we?
So you're
About?
Yeah, you're kind of up on a bluff looking down several hundred, a couple hundred yards away, is where you're seeing this kind of out over into a clearing that is a little to the south of you.
I'm gonna say we don't engage them. Just keep our distance.
How long have we been traveling from town?
This is bringing you kind of towards the end of the day.
Or, like, is it an hour? Have we been traveling for an hour?
No, this would be like end of the day. So you've been traveling most of the day at this point.
Okay, so it's over an hour.
Yes.
So I have Natural Explorer, which tells me when I'm tracking the giants, I learn their exact number and how long ago they passed through the area. It also tells me their sizes, but I can just assume that they're probably giant.
Okay, yeah. You've been tracking these trolls, so you know about the two trolls because of that. Seeing this giant, like you're switching kind of who you're hunting a little bit, or
Yeah, should we take out or should we go in and try and listen, you guys?
Oh, I don't.
I'm not super stealthy, so
Oh, do you have heavy armor?
yeah,
I have a pass
my
without a
stealth
trace.
check isn't very good.
I have pass without a trace. But this is up to you guys if you don't want to.
I'm gonna say no, but if you guys want to, then I'll go along with it.
Okay. Well, wait. What if the fire giant's the one causing all the trolls?
Do
Either
we
way,
all
we're
want to go down there, or maybe just
either way. I don't
not?
like if we get closer. I don't want to engage them because I don't want to take on a fire giant. I don't think that's smart, but we would have the information that a fire giant is slapping around some trolls, so that would lead me to believe that the fire giant is in some form of control of the trolls. And we can at least tell what's her face that. Because a fire giant, I don't know. They were pretty hardy back in Tribor, right?
I don't know that any of
The
you
one
actually
attack did
hit
like
one.
30 something damage in like one attack.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with that.
Might be a little too much for us right now.
Should we continue tracking, or should we just leave?
We just wait a little bit and see if
Sure.
See what happens with what, like, until
This-
they find us.
with the fire giant and the troll. I don't know. Maybe it's too bad we can't without getting closer. Does anybody have any kind of ability or spell that could help?
Yeah, Mordecai does pass without a trace. If you guys want to do that, we can do that. But I definitely don't want to fight him.
Good with that too. I don't want to fight him either, but I think we should try to get a bit more information if we can.
All right.
A trace too.
So it's concentration for an hour. And
So
it's going to
dexterity.
give you plus 10 bonus dexterity.
It can't be tracked except for magical means. So,
All right.
Well, I mean, you have to roll pretty bad to fail that. Let's see. Oh God. Right? Yeah.
what's your stealth at?
Or heavy armor. I don't know. How does that work?
You're going to have disadvantage because of heavy armor.
But then it's plus 10 on the disadvantage.
Okay. And I'm rolling stealth, right?
Correct. All right, so 24.
I rolled a 19.
19. All right, and we've also got Kane here.
29 plus 10.
29.
Fuck.
So that is going to be 14 for him.
19.
It's pretty low.
All right.
We all need to go down there.
So you are trying to get around and get closer to try to hear what this giant is saying. Is that kind of what you're trying to do, or what is the intent?
I would say so. Just close enough that we can
I just want to
Maybe-
hear what they're saying.
hear what they're saying.
Okay. All right. Then we'll say that Kane can kind of hang back because not all of you need to go down to do that. And since he's not here in person, we're As you get a little closer, I think Mordecai and Coco and Fritz, the three of you can hear. Do any of you speak Giant? I know Mordecai, you do.
No.
Does anybody else? No. All right.
Nope.
All right. So Mordecai, you're going to hear this Giant kind of berating this troll. It's just kind of yelling at it like as it's kind of hitting it. Stupid troll! You find nothing for me to eat. You're worthless. You hunt worse than goblins. And it's just like kind of going off on this troll.
And that's about the gist of it.
That's kind of the gist of it right now.
Well, this was worth it. Let's head back.
And the troll would just kind of be doing like the don't hit me kind of thing, and like I'll do better, I'll start hunting kind of thing. And it's going to the troll will. It's probably a good thing that you have the pass without trace, because it is going to begin. It is going to begin searching for prey.
All right, I head back.
Yeah, fortunately you cannot be tracked. So yeah, you guys head back to the town. It's going to be the next morning before you get there. If you're traveling all night, basically, you're going to get there early the next morning. Back to Calling Horns, and if you're
find Tamerlane.
Yeah, if you're headed to see Tamerlane, she would be available. She's got a house that she has set up for herself that she would receive you at, and she would welcome you. She would welcome you back.
Tamerlane, we found the source of your troll problem seems to be a fire giant who's bullying or commanding some trolls, and I tell her where we found them, and is there anything else, guys?
Well, the reason the trolls are coming into town are to look for food to give to the fire giant.
Yeah.
There's nothing else.
A bigger problem than trolls.
I think she's going to look very concerned that there are fire giants nearby. She'll kind of nod. If the fire giants come near us, then we'll have to. Everyone in the town will probably have to fight. She'll look back at you. I don't suppose your group is interested in going fire giant hunting, are you?
It's a little bit out of our abilities.
Not for me. I could do it.
She'll look at Mordecai. If you're serious, I would take you up on that. If these fire
Maybe
giants...
take one down, but I don't know how many there would be.
Or how many trolls.
How many trolls and other complicating factors there would be.
Maybe we could lure it and do like a trap.
How about we do it at another time once we're a little bit stronger?
Yeah. She'll kind of nod. She'll. I understand. I'm sure they're fearsome creatures. We'll have to double our watches and make sure that we are on guard, and make sure that the people of the town know that there is something out there that could be very dangerous for everyone. And she'll kind of stand up out of the chair. A deal is a deal. I have prepared this letter for you. Take it to Denivar's house, or to you can give it to any member of the Hand of Yartar in Yartar, and they will make sure that you are well taken care of.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Who wants to hold on to that note?
I'll grab it.
All right. Other than this, I mean, the town just seems kind of like a normal small town. There's not a whole lot else going on here. I assume since you've been kind of going for a long time, you might take another rest before heading out, so you're not picking up any exhaustion.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right, yeah. So you're going to leave kind of late afternoon to get back on the road, and begin heading to Noedar's Hold. I would assume, unless the plan has changed at all.
Not that I know of.
All right.
I think good.
All right. Let's see here. As this happens, I am going to do a quick roll. We're just going to see. All right.
You have been waylaid by bandits.
Yet again. Weirdly, it's the same bandits.
Yeah.
All right. So as you're traveling, you're going to be traveling along the road. This is going to be from Calling Horns. It's a day up to kind of the intersection that heads south to Noenar's Hold. Excuse me, and then it's another day of pretty hard travel to get to the hold itself. So a little bit after your first day of travel, as you turn south on the road, and as you kind of near the forest and things, not too far from the hold, you're maybe about half a day's journey out. Up the road, it kind of bends around a little ways, and from in front of you, you are going to hear loud, deep voices speaking. Again, they're kind of around the corner, past some trees, but the sound carries to where you are approaching.
What are they saying?
Well, that's a really good question. Do any of you... let's see, what languages do you each have?
Common, Dwarven, Elvish, Giant.
Common Gnomish.
Common Elvish Dwarvish.
Yeah, and Common and Dwarvish for Kane as well. None of you can understand what they are saying. It just seems kind of like these deep, guttural sort of voices.
It's not Abyssal, right?
It is not Abyssal.
Wonder if it would be worth. I don't know. It's probably not a celestial, a fiend, or undead. I wouldn't think.
Hopefully not.
My road. Somebody want to go sneak up?
Coco, even though he's
Yeah.
a rogue, he hates stealthing. It's the bane of his existence, so he's gonna keep quiet.
I'll do it.
Mordecai?
I rolled. My last roll wasn't very good, though. Oh, never mind.
All right, yeah. So Mordecai, you quietly move ahead. Let's see. Let me do one thing. All right. That's weird. Not sure why I rolled that extra dice, but that's okay. Let's see. You know what? I take it back. On the language they were speaking, I was looking at my wrong notes. So you actually would, Mordecai. I'm sorry, you would recognize the voice of these. They are speaking in Giant. So that might change what you want to do. I'll let you retcon that a little bit if you would like to.
How many voices are there? Can approximately?
From back far away, it's hard to tell. More than one voice, and it's hard from far away. It would be hard to hear what they're saying. It's more like you can hear them. You can catch the occasional word, but stealthing forward might be the right thing to kind of get a better view of what's going on. So if that's something that Mordecai would like to do, we can do that still.
Yeah, if I can't hear them from where I'm at, then I'm going to move forward.
Okay.
Then, yeah.
All right. So Mordecai, you kind of move forward behind a tree, and looking around, you can see that there are several ogres that have kind of gathered on the path here, and they seem to be in some kind of discussion with each other. They're in ogreish. They're kind of you can hear them kind of talking. They're not smart, right? Like that's kind of the first thing with them. So they're kind of having this round discussion where the first one is just kind of like home this way, and the next one is just kind of like, no, we go the other way. We can get there to cave. And like they just kind of are going around, and like, you know, one of them will kind of punch the other one like, no, we've been that way. We go this way, and like starts walking in a direction. The other one kind of like will kind of hit him a little like, no, back this way. And like they're kind of stuck in this loop among themselves, basically, of trying to figure out where they are headed.
And there's a giant as well?
There's no giant. The ogres are speaking in giant.
I think ogres are classified as giant.
Yes, they are.
And sorry, how many ogres are there?
Looking at them, there are 5 of them.
How have we fared against them previously?
You have not fought any ogres previously. So here's, okay. I'm making a map for you so you can kind of decide what you would like to do. So currently, Coco, Kane, and Fritz, you are not actually on the map. You're kind of going to be off to the east of everything, kind of behind Mordecai, who has snuck in here. So this is what you would be seeing, though, Mordecai. You're kind of hiding behind a tree at this point, watching these ogres have their discussion.
Does anybody know offhand how tough ogres are?
Can I roll something for that?
You can roll a. You know what? I'll give you a nature check on that to see what you know about ogres.
11.
All right. With an 11, I mean, you know that they are of the giant family. You know that they're kind of big and strong. Like that's kind of what you know about them. But I think the other thing you would know, and this is because of spending time with Zephyros and kind of him telling you a little bit about giants. You know that ogres, even though they're considered a giant, like giants don't consider them giants. These are lesser creatures than giants. In the ordning of things, they are not really part of the ordning. They are a lesser race to the giants.
Well, if we were to fight them, what would we, kind of to the party? If we were to fight them, what would there be to gain?
I don't think
5 less giants in the world. There you go.
Mordecai's not with us, is she?
Well, Mordecai's the only one who's actually seen what's going on.
Right. I don't want to fight him.
I do.
Well, you've got a decision to make, Mordecai.
I want to fight them.
Well, so the rest of the group will not know what is up there. So what are you going? How are you going to report this back to the group, and what are you going to say?
I'm going to walk back, and I'm going to say there are 5 ogres. They're arguing with themselves where their cave is. And yeah, we should kill them.
So we're
Well, think about it
outnumbered.
this way. Well, okay. Yeah, but their brains are like half, so not really.
Not worried about their brains. Worried
Well,
about their
what I'm
big
worried
fucking
about
clubs.
is if some other travelers come by and they are the ones who encounter them, they might get hurt. So we should be the bigger person and kill them.
Well,
I know
that
bigger
does
person,
appeal to
yeah.
Fritz's good nature.
Yep.
I mean, I will say from what I know from Kane, he would be ready to fight, kind of whatever. Like,
if you, Coco's not going to start the fight, but he'll back people up. So
Okay.
there's that.
So if we were to ambush them, we would probably get surprise, right?
yeah,
Surprise attack.
yeah. So the way surprise works is we'll roll initiative for everyone. You won't get a full like surprise round or anything like that, but you would have a surprise on the against the ogres, which basically, if they are surprised, it will give you. Why am I not seeing this? There we go.
They spend a round being surprised, right?
Yeah, they have the surprised attribute basically, and if that happens, as long as you beat their passive perception score, they cannot move on their first turn of combat, and they can't take any reactions basically.
Okay. Well, before we jump into combat, what I would probably want to do is cast Shield of Faith on probably a couple of us, at least, the people who are going to be melee combat. So that would be myself. That would probably be... and I guess probably Kane.
Mm-hmm.
I know Mordecai would be ranged generally. Coco.
Mordecai,
ranged.
he has more range than me, but generally I would be ranged. But if you have...
Well, I can do 3.
All right, well then I'd probably be more likely to be close up than Mordecai would be my guess.
I'm trying to preserve one spell for Cure Wounds.
Does it take up the more people you do, the more spell slots it does, or something, or what?
I would have to spend 1 spell slot for each person, but basically what it does.
Don't worry about me then.
Are you sure that this is bless?
No, Shield of Faith.
Oh, Shield of Faith. That makes more sense.
Basically it grants a +2 bonus to armor class.
Gotcha. Yep.
Don't worry about me then. Just do it for you and Kane.
So I'm gonna cast that on myself and on
Kane. All right.
For 10 minutes, so I think that should probably carry us through the round, hopefully, or through through the engagement?
Yeah, that should last you for quite a while. Fritz, don't forget you're on a horse, which means your horse gets movement of its own, and it can take dash, disengage.
I Shield of Faith, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Isn't that concentration?
I don't believe that it is.
It does require concentration.
It
Yes,
does.
actually.
Oh, it doesn't say it
so
on
what
the
is that?
spell
How does
page.
that impact it?
You could only actually cast it on one person at a time then. Oh,
Is that
it
the
says
case?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, the new spell thing, it's hard to see what the concentration spells are in it. So would you prefer to have it, or would you prefer Kane to have it?
Kane's armor class?
It is, I believe, 17 is his base.
But if he rages, everything gets halved, right?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, when he rages, everything gets halved, then does he need it? Do you think? Myself.
Yeah, just cast it on yourself if
I'd
that's
say put
what
it
you
on
want to
yourself.
do.
Okay, I'm going to cast it on myself. And what would cause me to lose concentration?
If you get hit, and then you fail a roll to maintain concentration, or if you cast another concentration spell, you lose concentration on the first one.
Okay, so if I do get hit, then I have to roll to maintain the concentration?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to cast it on myself then.
All right. Let's go ahead and roll a stealth check, everyone, for me real quick.
Can I, Ooh, never mind.
My plan is probably to just, like, charge in there
Okay.
and sort of surprise them, if that works for everybody else, too, and sort of take the attention.
Yeah, and all of you will have, all of the ogres are going to have the surprise attribute. So go ahead and roll initiative, and let's just kind of, we'll do a first round here. They will all be surprised.
My character.
Let's see. Oh, Mordecai did get added. Okay, perfect. All right, so everyone is in the initiative. Mordecai, you're going to be first up in the initiative.
Okay, I'll cast Hunter's Mark
Okay. Which one are you
on
putting it
the
on?
one closest.
Is that the north one, would you say?
Yes.
Okay.
28.
28 definitely hits. For 15 damage.
15.
All right.
Actually, and then Colossus Slayer.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, you shoot out, and your first shot is true and very, very painful to this ogre.
And then 21 for 15 piercing.
Excellent. Yep, another 15. That will bloody this first ogre.
Oh, and then 2 for the Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Yeah, very good. All right. Ogre number 2 is going to look around. That's really all he can do, though. He is surprised, as is ogre number 5. Fritz is up.
Okay. How far away are we?
Yeah. Now your horse can take. Remember, it can dash.
60, I think. The horse's range movement is 60.
Yeah, so it can dash up to 120 if you take the dash action with it. Because remember, the horse gets its own sets of actions.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna move up to. How do I select the horse? Well, I'm just gonna move up to the ogre that. I'm gonna gallop up to the ogre that Mordecai wounded.
Okay. Yeah, and that's right at 60 feet, so that's not even a dash action. So it still has dash, disengage, or dodge. as an action.
Okay. Okay, perfect. And the horse will take a dodge action.
Okay.
If it's even necessary. I don't
Well,
know.
it will help it if the ogre targets the horse. That will help it.
The horse. So I am going to. Oh, here we go. Okay. I am going to do giant swings at the ogre with my warhammer. So, oh, I keep losing my. There we go. Hammer and roll.
25 is a hit.
And I think I'm going to use Divine Smite in addition to that first hit.
Yeah. Did you say you were rolling one-handed or two-handed? I'm sorry. I forgot.
One-handed.
One-handed. All right.
Yeah, one-handed. Right. Spend a spell slot to do an additional 2.8 or 2 die 8.
Mm-hmm.
2 die 8.
All right. Yeah, another 9 damage.
Okay. And then I'm going to take my second swing.
A 13 is going to hit, actually.
Probably.
They're big and full of health, but they do not have a lot of armor or anything like that on. So that is going to be another 7 damage.
7? Mm-hmm. And then I'm also going to smite again.
11 more damage is going to kill this first ogre.
Perfect.
All right.
2 spells and down. Okay.
Coco Tricknips, you are up, sir.
I'm going to cast Insightful Fighting bonus action. Need to make an insight check against his deception check.
Okay. What does he need to roll?
He needs to beat my insight check with a deception check, and then I get sneak attack.
All right. I cannot imagine he can do that. All right. Yeah, he is not. So
I'm going to shoot him with my pistol. The bottom one, or the one closest to me that's towards the bottom.
All right. Let's see. Sneak attack. We're just going to give you... There. That token. So 19... let's see. 19 will hit because you have advantage because of that, right?
Because Insightful Fighting?
Or, no, it just gives you a sneak... Or it only lets you do sneak attack. Is that correct?
Yeah. I think that's correct.
So the 7 will miss. I'm sorry, then. Yep.
And then I think that's it.
All right. Ogre number 4 is going to kind of roar, but he cannot do anything this turn. Kane, I guess, will run in. That's really all he can do. He has very good speed. But still has to run in. So I guess he'll come on to this side to see if he can provide any flanking to anybody. That's all he can really do this turn. Mordecai is up.
I'll use my bonus action to move it to the bottom right one, the one Kane's at.
Okay.
Then 12.
12 is just going to hit. All right. Excellent. And a 17 will definitely hit. That's another 16. That's going to bloody this ogre. All right. This ogre does not appreciate all of this attention that is being given to it. He's going to swing with his great club at Kane. That's a critical hit. That's 2 critical hits, really. That's a lot of damage. He's not raging yet, so he's going to take all of that.
Easy there, Lorne.
Apparently my dice are back, guys. Alright, ogre number 5 is going to move up by Fritz. And he's going to take his great club to Fritz. That's a 19, which I think beats your armor class with your new... Or it does not beat you. I mean,
My AC is 22.
Yeah. Fortunately, you have your blessing. Fritz, you're
Even
up.
without that would be fine. Okay, let's see. Should I... Okay. I'm going to... Okay, I'm going to take a swing at the ogre with my warhammer. If this is successful, then I'm going to use...
11 matches his armor class. That works.
Did I hit?
Yep.
So my regular damage roll is pretty sad. Going to use Divine Smite, but I'm going to cast it as I'm going to use it as a second level spell. So this should be 3 die 8.
Okay. 13 damage.
And then I'm going to swing again.
That's a critical miss.
Oh, too bad. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my... Because I can still use a movement action, right?
Your horse can, yep.
Disengage.
Okay, yeah, so you can move wherever you would like to without provoking an opportunity attack. Within 60 feet,
Okay.
obviously.
Basically, I just want to move down beside Kane, so that when he's attacked again, I'm close enough to him to use protection.
Where do you kind of want to be between the 2 ogres? Like where? Like somewhere in here? Where are you?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, great. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you kind of gallop around and get in between over here. Ogre number 4 is going to kind of walk over. It is going to swing it with its great club. Let's see. I'm going to roll for this, actually. We're going to see who he goes for. He's actually going to go for your horse, Fritz. What are your stats on your horse? Does it count as a war horse? What is the...
It is a war horse, yes. Okay. So stats are armor class of 11.
Okay. AC 11. I'm playing out a war horse here. Let's see what happens here. That is a 17, so that's going to hit. That is 17 damage against your war horse.
Down to 2.
All right. So he had 19 hit points.
Yeah.
All right, I've got it notated as such. All right, ogre number 3 is going to move forward. He's going to swing at Kane. That is also going to hit. That is 18 more damage.
Oh,
But you're
yeah,
doing
no,
you're doing your thing. What were you going to do, Fritz?
Well, I was considering using protection, but
It wouldn't have mattered.
it was a disadvantage, and so it wouldn't matter. So I'm not going to.
All right. Kane is going to rage. Finally. Because he kind of needs it. As he is raging here, he is going to swing. Let's see. Trying to make sure I'm not missing any feats or anything here for him. He'll swing with his greatsword. 12 will hit. 11, and I think he does +2 for raging, if I am not mistaken. So that's 13 damage to this ogre. Let's see, and as a great weapon master, he does not get to do anything. He doesn't get to do anything because of that. All right. I think that is his action. Mordecai.
The ogre that's already bloodied.
What about it?
Attacked? Is that the one he attacked?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. 15 is going to hit. That is going to be enough to kill this ogre.
Okay. I'll use my bonus action to move it to that one.
All right. Hunter's Mark is moved. 22 is also going to hit. That is
20? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's going to bloody that ogre as well.
Okay, that's it.
All right, this ogre is out of combat. This one is going to step towards Fritz with his great club. That is a critical miss. He swings
Probably
wide.
smells so bad in there.
Fritz, you are up.
I'm going to lay on hands on Kane.
All right.
How many hit points is he down?
A lot. He is down. Let's see. His total is 64, and he's at 15 right now.
Okay, so I will use all of my lay on hands points to give him back 25.
All right. I'll bring him up above half health.
And in terms of the horse will take the dodge action.
All right. Yeah, the horse is dodging. That gives him advantage. Well, it gives attacks against him disadvantage, I should say. Coco.
I am going to cast Blessing of the Trickster, invoke Duplicity, which is a bonus action, and then Guiding Bolt from that duplicate. So if you want to put the duplicate on the map, kind of like on the opposite side of the ogre, so possibly they go after him because my duplicate is the one casting it.
Something kind of like that.
Yep.
All right. Guiding Bolt will hit. Which one are you going after? The bloodied one?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 14 radiant damage. Very good. All right. Ogre number 4. He's going to swing his great club again. Let's have him roll to see. Since there's a 4th person on the board. Yeah, he's going to go after Kane. This time. 25 is going to hit for 5 damage.
I'm going to use protection.
Okay.
Use my reaction.
Okay. What does protection do? It imposes disadvantage?
Yeah, it imposes disadvantage on the attack roll,
right.
as long as I'm wielding the shield.
Yeah. Unfortunately, 17 is going to match the armor class, so it's still going to hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But good try. Ogre number 3 is going to hit at Kane as well. 23 is going to hit for 4 more damage. All right, Kane is up. He is raging. He is going to use his greatsword attack again. That is going to miss, I believe. I don't think he gets to do anything else with it. All right, Mordecai is up. .27 is going to hit. All right, yeah, that's a bunch of damage. It's going to kill the first one with your first shot.
Then can I use bonus action?
Yeah, which one are you moving it to?
Let's do that one.
All right. Yeah, all right. And then the second one is going to hit as well for 17 damage. All right. Fritz, you're going to be up next.
Okie doke. I'm going to, I guess, a bit closer to the ogre that Mordecai has targeted.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so I'm within striking range. Horse will take the dodge action, and I'm going to take a couple swings with my Warhammer.
All right. 13 will hit. For 11. Excellent.
11 damage. And I think I might actually use my last 2nd level spell one more time. That's going to be 3d8 additional damage.
Another 15 damage. All right.
And then my second swing.
Another critical miss. So that's going to bring Coco up in the order.
I'm going to hit the injured one with another guiding bolt.
Okay. Uh, 10 is going to miss.
And I'm going to move my duplicate.
All right. All right. Ogre number 4. He's engaged here with Fritz and Kane. So he's going to swing at Fritz, who is bugging him. 22 It's going to match your AC, correct? All right.
That is, yeah.
All right, so that's 10 damage to Fritz.
All right.
This one is here with Kane. He's gonna step forward one. He's now with both Kane and Fritz, and he's going to roll to see which one he goes for. 1 or 2, it's Fritz. 3 or 4, it's Kane. That is going. Excuse me. That's going to be Fritz. Since he's engaged with both of them, a 9 is going to miss. Kane is going to... he's going to use his greatsword again against the bloodied one. That is going to miss yet again. Alright, Mordecai. Alright, 20 is a hit. Alright, that is going to kill this first one.
I'll use bonus action to move Hunter's Mark on the last one.
Okay.
Oh.
Whoa.
That is a critical.
And then it should be 2+2, but I don't know why. Whatever.
Yeah, it's strange. Alright, so we'll add 2 to that whole thing. So it's 8. Alright. I think we got it. Alright. Fritz, you are up.
Cool. Question. If a creature is restrained, what does that entail?
If it is restrained, a restrained creature, its speed becomes 0. It's going to have disadvantage on attack rolls, and any attack rolls against it are going to have advantage, and it will have disadvantage on any dexterity saving throws.
Got it. Well, I think I'm going to use Channel Divinity and my Channel Divinity and cast Nature's Wrath, Ogre. What can I make? Oh, it doesn't really have a... basically what it says is invoke primal forces to ensnare a foe. As an action, you can cause spectral vines to spring up and reach for a creature within 10 feet of you. The creature must succeed on a strength or dexterity saving roll or its choice, or be restrained. While restrained by the vines, the creature repeats a saving throw at the end of each of its turns until it's successful.
What is your spell save DC? It should be on your spellcasting page.
13.
All right. Let's see if it saves against that with a strength save. It is going to save against it, so it is not restrained.
Blah.
All right. Coco Tricknips is up.
I'm going to shoot the remaining guy with my gun.
All right.
I'm going to move a little closer first.
15 is going to hit. 13 damage. Excellent. All right. Ogre number 3 is going to be the remaining one here. He's going to swing. He's going to swing at Fritz again. Kind of thinking he's the bigger threat. That's going to miss. Kane is once again going to swing with his greatsword. That's a hit. There we go. For 8 damage. Mordecai.
Again,
All right. Yeah, that's going to kill it. We're just going to say that's going to eviscerate it, basically.
I love looking at his attack rolls. They're insane.
It's crazy.
Like the multipliers are crazy.
Yeah.
Dex plus the mod plus the proficiency plus the magic.
Be such a pain in the butt if you had to do that on a table like yourself all the time.
All right, and you all find yourself out of combat with 5 slain ogres at your feet.
All right. Loot the bodies.
Yeah, I'll take a trophy.
Sure, they have all sorts of types of fancy finery on them, right?
They have ogre-sized hide armor. Each of them is carrying a great club, and between them they've got 3 javelins as well.
Well, I'll take the javelins, if nobody minds.
I'll take a ear.
Yeah, you can have an ogre ear. Coco's having fun dancing with his double.
They were talking about some cave that they belong to. Do you guys want to go see if we can find it?
No.
He kept one alive and tried to interrogate it.
Interrogate it with its brilliant intelligence and gotten such insight from an ogre.
I mean, they obviously knew where it was.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to need to rest.
Yeah. I think in fact this might be a good time. You guys can take a rest if you want to. We'll say that you're able to continue traveling and get to your destination, potentially. And I think this is a good time to take a break, and we can be back in about 5 minutes, and we'll pick up on the other side of all of this. Everyone, thanks for watching. We will be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. So, you all are heading south along the road to Noenner's Hold with your quest for Narth Tezrin to deliver your cart of I believe it is a bridle of some sort that is in your cart. So you'll continue traveling throughout the day and arrive at Noenner's Hold. Now, this village is on the edge of the High Forest, and in its heyday, the Hold hosted some very wild hunts. It actually grew up around a famous hunting lodge that was built here a couple of hundred years ago, and attracted a lot of wealthy nobles and merchants to the area. Now, this is kind of the history of it. At this point, it's kind of come on hard times recently, because there's kind of a there was a point at which some of the nobles stopped returning from the hunts, and that kind of gave it a bad name. There was kind of all these dark rumors about the lords who ruled here, killing their guests and that kind of thing, or letting the guests hunt one another. All wild speculation, of course. But that is kind of the rumors around this place.
Do we all know that?
Yeah, I think you would be reasonably aware of that. I mean, again, this is more like very much like a rumor kind of thing, not a like story that everybody's like, oh, it's the truth. This is more like kind of that folklore of the area sort of thing. But yeah, you would all be aware of that.
Okay.
So coming into the village, the famous hunting lodge, or at least at one point famous, it has now been turned into an inn. It's called the White Hart Inn, and it's going to be standing amid low stone cottages and stables as you come in. It's kind of a creaky old building, but it's well maintained. The rest of this place is fairly rustic. Lots of kind of small buildings, that sort of thing, where the town folk keep themselves. Now, there is among the old pines, kind of overlooking the little village, there is a keep that has 3 stories. It has some corner turrets and rooftop battlements. One of those rooftops has collapsed, and you can tell that just even from this distance that this place is in a little bit of disrepair. So where would you guys head with your wagon load of goods?
I'm trying to look through my notes to see where we're supposed to drop it off.
I think Amrath.
Right, is the Castellan. So we want to deliver these to him.
Okay.
Is it daytime or nighttime?
It would be daytime at this point, I'm gonna say. Like probably late afternoon. Close to evening. Like you're kind of coming in a little bit late in the day here.
Should we go up to the inn and ask?
Yeah, let's just ask someone at the inn where Amrath is. We got a shipment for him.
Okay. Yeah. So you approach the inn, which it's the old hunting lodge. So it's kind of a grand old building a little bit. Very kind of stands out a little bit here in the town. And there is there's a human here in the inn. The innkeeper. There's a few patrons. They all seem kind of like locals who are kind of at the end of the day just drinking or that sort of thing here in the inn. But the innkeeper will greet you all. Greetings. Welcome to Noenner's Hold and to my inn. It's good to see travelers here at the White Hart.
Yeah, we've Thanks for welcoming us. We've got a shipment for someone named Amrath Molnabar. Do you know where we could find that person? Or
Yeah. He's going to nod. That's the Castellan of the castle, just of the keep. If you take your shipment to him, I'm sure he can handle it for you. Now, I will warn you all. He's just going to kind of lean in. You don't want to be out after dark in the woods around here. You'll want to make sure that if you're delivering that shipment, that you hurry back here.
so just don't be out at night in general, even in the town.
He's going to kind of just say, the hunt lords are retired now, and they don't wish to be disturbed. At night, the lands around are haunted by the spirits of all the dead hunters that have spent their times here.
Insight check.
You're kind of getting the sense this guy might be just a little delusional. But he certainly believes what he's saying. Like, it's kind of a.
So he's not lying because he believes it.
He believes it. It's just a little far fetched, and that maybe he has convinced himself of it, or something has convinced him of this at least.
Good enough for me. So his suggestion was to wait to drop it off, right? Or to just go right away and drop it off and come right back?
One of those two things. Like, either way, like because it's late enough in the day, like, go get this done and like get back into safety, or wait until morning. Like, those are his two.
I say we wait until morning. What do you guys think?
So we can just go.
Huh.
Well, what makes the spirits so dangerous?
He'll just shrug. Well, hunters hunt.
Oh, so they'll hunt us.
They'll hunt whatever they can find in the woods.
And these are like spectral hunters, is kind of what he's suggesting.
Yeah, that's kind of what he is suggesting.
Spooky goes. Why don't we just go now?
Okay, let's just go now. We take off and go.
All right. He'll just kind of.
Done.
He'll let you go. So riding up to the keep, you're going to ride up to the gate. You can see as you get closer, this building, like, not only has one of the turret rooftops collapsed in the tower, but there's also, like, all of the windows of this whole place are kind of bricked up, and the only thing that looks pretty solid is there are the walls still look fairly solid for the most part. There's a couple of heavy oaken doors on the ground floor that are the entrance to this keep. Pulling up though, they are closed, and no one just comes out to greet you or anything like that. What would you guys do?
Knock on the door, ask for what's his face, Amrath.
Yeah. So you're gonna knock on the door, and a couple of minutes later, the door is gonna kind of creak open. And there's going to be a dwarf who kind of pokes his head out the door. He's going to look out. Right. What business do you have here?
We're looking for Amrath. We have delivery for Amrath.
I'm Amarath.
We have some bridles for you from Tribor.
Mm-hmm. He's going to look out at the shipment. And he's going to see the box with the Lion Shield Coster insignia on it. He'll just kind of give a quick nod. He's going to open the door a little bit wider, and he's going to point to the box and just kind of inside the door, say inside the foyer here and be on your way.
Okay. We do that?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as you do, like, the inside of this place is kind of run down and, very much dusty, and just hasn't been kept well, obviously. But yeah, you drop the box off in this entry hallway. Is there anything else you would want to do here?
Will we collect our payment?
Did we get paid at Tribor, or do we get paid now?
You actually got paid at Tribor.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thank the guy and start heading back to the end because I'm creeped out.
Yeah. Like, you thank him, he really doesn't say anything. He just kind of keeps ushering you out and, like, just, like, closes the door hard behind you.
Sounds good to me. I'm like walking back to the inn with a little speed in my step, like I'm freaked out.
Okay.
Why
Yeah.
don't we stay out?
You can go ahead.
To the inn.
Why don't you stay out and tell us what happens?
Kind of want to.
I mean, you can do that if you want to.
I'm going back to the inn.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the inn.
And I'm gonna ask what was the innkeeper's name again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, the innkeeper, his name was Avgar.
All right, we get some rooms from Avgar.
Yeah, he'll happily arrange some rooms for you. They've got plenty of rooms. He's going to as you're getting rooms from him, he's gonna kind of chuckle. Busy days here at the inn. Between you and those brothers who have come here to do some hunting, it is the most visitors we've seen in many months.
Who are the brothers?
He'll point over to a table in the corner, and there are three gentlemen. They are human, that kind of middle aged, that are dressed maybe a little more finely than the rest of the patrons, and the patrons here have started kind of wandering out. There's actually less people here as darkness has come on. Like, people have kind of been heading home. So now these are the only other people in the inn with you. He's gonna Avgar is gonna kind of lean in. Come from Neverwinter, they do. At least that's what they told me. They're here to do some sort of hunt. They said they're after hill giants.
Ooh. That tickles my fancy. I want to go talk to them.
Yeah. The three of them are sitting at this table in the corner.
There's 3?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are three brothers.
You guys.
Oh, maybe we could ask.
I mean, you want to talk to him? I'll be behind you.
Sure. I'll approach and say, I heard you guys are hunting for hill giants.
Mordecai, they're kind of in quiet conversation with each other. And they're going to look up at you. And kind of look you up and down just a little bit. And one of them is going to speak up. That's right. We're hunting hill giants. And you are?
Mordecai, the hunter.
The giant hunter.
Right, and I'll take out 3 trophies from giants. I have a toe, a thumb, and an ear.
Yeah. These brothers are going to kind of look at those, and one of them is just going to, why would you even carry such things with you?
Because they're cool.
can see he looks kind of like, just kind of like, why is this a thing? I mean, because at this point, like, some of these things, you've been carrying them for a little while. Like, they are not pleasant. There's like smells coming off of them, and like this is not a pleasant sort of thing that you're carrying around. The first one is just going to say, Mordecai, I'm Ranthril, and this is my brother Marthern and brothers Marthrin and Lesric. I'm going to put those in the chat because thank you, wizards, for proper names. He had you seek to hunt giants as well.
Yeah, I was actually an escort for nobles. I usually take them into the woods. When we come back, all safe and sound. For the right price, I could do it for you as well.
Brothers are going to kind of look at each other. And Renthurl is going to I'm sure your skills are quite excellent, Mordecai, but this is something that we would like to do just as a family.
Could I maybe help Mordecai and sort of urge them with a persuasion check?
What would you say to help Mordecai that would try to persuade them?
Well, it's probably something along the lines of, giants are pretty tough to take down, and surely
You want to get squashed by like a family?
it would be helpful to have proficient giant slayer kind of working with you or helping.
Yeah, okay, yeah, roll a persuasion check.
Ta-da!
Yeah. Rentharl is going to kind of look at the others. They do seem very competent. And Martha and Lesric are going to nod. They do, but Rentharl looks convinced. Martha and Lesric are less so. They're going to shake their heads. No.
Very well. I won't push you.
Yeah.
You die quick.
Can I insight check their story?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what it seems like they're here for. You're catching a weird undercurrent from Marthan and Lesric. Rentharl seems entirely genuine kind of in his story, though.
Is there anything on them that might what word am I looking for that might give me any more insight into their background, any like signets or anything like that?
Yeah, they would definitely be wearing some finery, and it's pretty obvious, like as you're close to them, that they are probably nobles of some sort from Neverwinter. You can yeah. I mean, you could ask them about that if you wanted kind of more information on like their noble house or anything like that.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
So they're just here hunting giants for.
I mean, it feels like there might be a little bit more to it than that. But with that insight, Coco, even with Ranthril, like maybe there's a little bit more than just hunting giants. But like it definitely feels like he is here to hunt giants. The others, there's just some kind of extra weird undercurrent with it.
And they don't want any help.
I mean, clearly you critted on the persuasion.
Yeah. Rantharl was ready for some help, but the other two really don't want any.
Yeah, I'm satisfied. I probably have a couple drinks and go to bed.
All right. All right. Yeah.
Does my room have windows? Maybe something I can look out, see if I can see any spirits or ghosts or goblins.
Yeah, there are windows, but they all have locks on them that are like they're all kind of sealed. It seems like the innkeeper doesn't really want anything coming in or out the windows.
Do you think we should attempt to follow those nobles when they set out?
Don't we have other places to be?
Like what?
We have the recommendation that can take us to. We can go to Xantharl's Keep. We can go to Citadel Felbar and check in with the king and queen. Because we have a letter of introduction there, and then we have the Everlund Harper's thing recommendation as well.
Yeah, but hill giants.
Mordecai, I would like you to roll a perception check, since you're kind of so interested in what's going on in the forest. All right, so you probably stay up a little bit into the evening, just trying to watch to see if you can spot anything. Your window in your room, you can see the keep up on the hill here at the Nonar's Hold. And just after sundown, there is the door opens at the front of the keep. You can just make it out kind of in the twilight of the evening from where you are, and for just a couple of minutes as the last little bit of light kind of illuminates as the sun finishes setting. You can see emerging from the door of the keep. There are horses that ride out, and on these horses there are figures. There are 5 figures and 5 horses that ride out from the keep. But they are lost in the darkness. You lose sight of them.
Until it's human?
From where you are, like, it looks humanoid. It's you're far enough away that you can't make out any detail about them. It's
okay.
I wonder if they are
Ghosts.
Ghosts or
Spooky ghosts.
like an episode of Scooby-Doo and they're pretending to be ghosts.
Oh.
Otherwise, is there anything else you would want to do this evening, or are you resting? What is your plan here?
I'll turn in.
All right. Yeah, make sure if you didn't do it before, you can definitely have your long rest now. And as you the next morning, what time would you all get up? Are you like what kind of when are you headed down in the next morning?
I get up pretty early. I'm probably down by like 6.
Okay.
Well, I'm up by 5:50.
5:45 for you, Coco.
No. I'm up by like 11:45. I'm just kidding. I'll get up at 7. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I know it's a weird question. But we'll say that Fritz and Mordecai, you're up kind of around sunrise, and as you come down the stairs, the innkeeper is there's food prepared, and you'll see that the brothers As the sun has kind of started cresting over the hill, they are geared for their hunt, and they are actually headed out the door as you come down.
I say, "Good luck, fellas," and I give them an air cheers with my coffee.
If their backer's turn, I'm gonna flip them off.
Yeah, I mean they'll exit the building and ride off. They're pretty quiet this morning. They just kind of, they don't really say much back to you guys. Just kind of nods and grunts and that kind of thing. And they saddle their horses and they strap on their rapiers and ride out into the forest.
So I will say to the group that I saw 5 weird figures on 5 weird horses doing weird stuff.
Yeah, it's a good thing we got out of there then.
So I was thinking we could track them.
You want? I'm not a ghost hunter.
Well, either that or there's something going on at the keep because they came out of the keep at night, so maybe they returned to the keep. It seems like whatever it is, it seems to be originating from that busted up keep.
And why do we want to go figure that out? Like,
Figure it out.
I think we should go to Everlund.
Very well.
Yeah, I mean, unless somebody's willing to offer us something to.
It doesn't seem like. I mean, I'm pretty sure what's his face, the innkeeper, would have mentioned it.
And knowledge.
Yeah, that's not Coco's bag. The innkeeper would have said something if there was like he wanted to get rid of them, or Amrath would have said something.
Yeah, I'll go to the innkeeper and ask, like, 5 people with 5 horses. Does that ring a bell?
Roll an insight check as you say this to him.
13.
I think the innkeeper's eyes are going to kind of widen just a little bit. He's just going to say, "Oh, you saw the lords of the hunt, then." That's really loud. I'm not sure what that was, but that was loud. He's going to look at you. It's a good thing you were inside if you saw them. If they had found...
Ask if...
Mm-hmm.
Would it... as you... Well, I mean, this would actually have to come from Mordecai, I'm just thinking, because we didn't witness it, but I'm wondering if it would surprise the innkeep if you asked Tiara if out of the castle.
Oh, I thought I explained that.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, so we're... Wait, what are the lords of the hunt?
He's just going to... they're the lords of the keep. They look over the hunt and have for years.
What hunt? Wait, is this like Malcolm Ranth? Is that what his name is?
Let's see.
What's that god's name?
It's not quite that. Fritz, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's you that's jangling. Something kind of keeps jangling against.
Yeah, I think it's Jason's zipper or something touching the mic.
Let me reset this thing.
Gotcha. All right.
You know if it keeps happening?
All right. he's going to. You're kind of asking if it's like a god thing or like the god of the hunt, that kind of thing, he's just he's going to kind of he's just going to say every night they ride out the hunt and they search the lands around. Best that you stay inside at night.
So, it's not Melar.
He's just going to kind of look confused at that. No, it's the Hunt Lords.
Okay. But they don't serve him. Okay, whatever.
Like, not as far as he knows.
Okay. So they're just hunting? What, they hunt like deer? Dave?
Roll a persuasion check for me. Kind of, because you're continuing to ask after this.
Oh, yeah. Tell me everything.
Yeah, okay. He's going to lean in a little bit more. No one else in this village will tell you this. Everyone is too afraid of them. They say that if anyone strays far from home, that the lords of the hunt will track them down and kill them. And no one here will give you the time of day, but I'm not afraid of them. I stay here in my inn, and I keep everything fine, and nothing happens. Nothing happens to old Avgar here. Not as long as I stay inside at night. That's what you should do too if you go out. The Hunt Lords, they'll hunt after you.
Amaranth guy probably knows something. I mean, they're coming out of his keep.
So these lords of the hunt, they're not human, or is what you would call human. They're more like god-like.
Yeah, he'll kind of shrug. They've been alive.
It's not of our world.
Yeah, he's gonna say they've been alive as long as I've been here. I've never encountered them, and I've been here since I was a lad. No, human is not what I would call them. Some sort of spirit.
Thank you. So, just to recap, he hunts strays, is that right? Like people who stray away?
Yeah, it will. I think it sounds like they'll hunt just about anything. But,
3 guys from Neverwinter are going to be on that hit list.
Hopefully.
if they stay out after dark.
Or it seems to me that, well, if Mordecai told us all this, they are hunting those guys, or they were being kind of shady, so I don't know. Either way, I don't see why this is our concern. Nobody's asked us for help, and even when we tried to help, nobody reciprocated and wanted help, so
Maybe they didn't need help then, but now.
what the I do not get it. We got things to do.
Oh, Lords of the Hunt, hunter, myself. There's spirits walking around that are also hunters. I feel bad.
You feel bad about their hunting. They're doing what they want to do.
What? No, I meant I feel bad for the dead spirit hunters that roam this godforsaken town.
Some kind of connection to hunters.
Yeah. But whatever, we can leave with your stupid horse, gold, whatever.
Horse gold. Is that another thing I forgot? Is that just... I don't even think that's a thing. Horse... What?
You get gold, he has a horse, I have nothing. Except
What do you
Giant's
mean?
Toe.
We all got gold, I thought. You mean for the bridles?
No, I meant I don't care about material wealth, is what I was saying. Whatever, let's just go to your Everlund. Your horse is stupid, by the way.
So what?
Hey, you leave Dave out of this.
What do
Or
you guys?
Boris.
What do you guys want to do? Are you investigating any of this, or are you leaving it alone?
No, we're just leaving. Bye.
Sounds like we're on our way.
Okay.
If you guys want to, I don't know where you'd start. Like the dude who we gave the bridles to was very creepy and didn't want to talk to us, just ushered us away. This innkeeper is either telling the truth or insane. The noble dudes didn't want to talk to us at all. What else do you want to do?
Back the horses from last night, from the keep.
You want to wait until night and then confront the ghost horses?
No, I'm going to look for tracks on the ground that resemble this sort of creature that you can ride on, that have hooves.
Go ahead.
And maybe those hooves go into the ground and they leave, what they call tracks.
Didn't he say they come back every night?
They do come out at night.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that
They
means...
leave tracks, and they're probably not ghosts. Would
Why
be
don't
my
you
guess.
tell us if there's tracks?
Roll a survival check. So you kind of head up by the keep.
Ha!
Oh,
With a 10, there are.
I'm gonna also roll a survival check. I've got pretty decent survival.
Okay. Yeah. There are tracks. There's a lot of tracks. Because every night there are horses that ride out of this keep.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where do they go? We could probably find out.
Yeah.
If they go to the same place every time.
They are hunting anything.
Yeah, they start diverging as they kind of head out from the keep. Last night's are a fresher set of tracks, so I think Fritz, you would probably catch those. Like Mordecai, you're just kind of seeing all of these, and Fritz, you're going to kind of point like, hey, there's the freshest set. So that's kind of how this would just. It ultimately leads into the forest, into the high forest.
Still kind of feel like if there's physical tracks, I wouldn't think any kind of specter or spirit or ghost would leave physical tracks.
Do you know that they would or wouldn't?
Well, does your horse leave tracks? Isn't that celestial or whatever?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I mean, your horse has a corporeal form, so yes, it does leave tracks.
So maybe they do leave tracks then. Some kind of spirit. I'm up for whatever you guys decide.
All right, let's just
Get
go
going.
to Everlund.
Go. We want to.
Everlund.
Yep.
Is that where you want to go? Okay, let's go.
All right.
On to Everlund.
Yeah, you've taken an hour. You've maybe to do all of this, and you're confident that you don't want to get involved too much. It would appear. So you head back onto the road, and you're going to continue towards Everlund. Give me just a moment here. We're going to see. The day is going to pass fairly uneventfully as you get up back to the Evermore Way. And let's see what's going to happen as you continue along the road here. In the evening, as you're probably ready to make camp here, and just as you've made it back to the main highway, there's going to be there's going to be a passing. There's going to be a coming from the opposite direction. A horse is going to ride along the road with a halfling on board, riding the horse. She's going to kind of pull up as she sees your group, and she'll kind of just give a wave to all of you. Hello, travelers.
Hello.
She's
Wait, what is she? Halfling?
yeah, she's a halfling.
Alright, I'm not gonna wave hi.
How can we help you?
She's going traveling behind her, like tied to the back of her horse. There is a mule that is kind of following along behind, and she's going to she's just going to just wave. She's coming from the direction of Everlund. She's going to gesture kind of back towards Calling Horns and Yartar and Tribor. I've headed west along the trail, and I just wanted to know if there was any information that you could provide to me about what I might be encountering up ahead.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. Goodbye.
We can exchange information if you tell us what's ahead to the east where you came from.
Yeah. She knows a fair amount about the area. Is there anywhere that you would want to know about specifically?
Danger along the Evermore Way up to Everland, and anything weird going on in Everland.
Yeah, she has not encountered anything along the road here. She'll tell you that she's heard a lot of talk about giants and that sort of thing, various hill and whatnot giants kind of coming out of the high forest. She hasn't experienced any of that, but other travelers that she has met have kind of talked about that sort of thing along the way. She would say that she had stopped at Oloston's Hold. There's an inn there called the Headless Troll. There's a tavern. There's a market, that kind of thing there. Nothing particularly exciting there. Just it's an opportunity if you want to stop in a safer kind of place to rest. Everlund. She is coming from Everlund. She'll just say that there is right now there is a bit of consternation in Everland. The council there has recently elected to leave the Lord's Alliance, which has created some problems in the town. Nothing major, but there is dissent among the council about how to head forward from here. So that's the big news out of Everland these days.
Okay. I tell her about the trolls and calling horns to be careful, and bandits possibly along the road, and then what happened in Tribor.
Yeah. Are there any other towns or anything that you would like to know about? She has more. She would know more about some of the other places if there's anywhere that you would like to know anything about.
1 second. What about is it Citadel Felbar?
Citadel Felbar. Let's see what she knows about Citadel Felbar. Let's see. Citadel Felbar. She has not been there, but she knows a little bit about it. She is going to. She'll tell you that it is set high in the cliffs. That there is historically it connects down into mines and then the Underdark below that, and even to some of the other dwarven strongholds as well, if you follow the roads under the mountains long enough. The dwarves have reclaimed the city a couple of times from orcs. It's fallen to orcs a couple of times. But right now there are 2 monarchs, the King Morin and Queen Tithmil, who rule fairly wisely here. And she'll just say that, to the north, that there are lots of giant sort of stuff to the north as well. So if you're headed to Felbar, probably expect to encounter giants along the way to there.
Anything interesting going on in Silvery Moon, Hawk's Nest, or Sundabar?
Let's see, Silvery Moon. Let's see. She actually would have come through Silvery Moon recently. It's also a Lord's Alliance city. Right now, not a whole lot else happening there at the moment. There's a High Marshal who kind of rules over the city. What were the other ones that you were asking about? Hawk's Nest, was that one of them?
Hawk's Nest and Sundabar.
In Hawk's Nest, so Hawk's Nest is kind of built as a settlement that overlooks the Silvery Moon Pass that kind of goes through the mountains and an area here. It's a fairly strong settlement. It's under protection of the Order of the Gauntlet, and there has been this is far enough to the north that there has definitely been they have fought off some giants and things here at Hawk's Nest. So that is definitely something that is happening in the area. And Sundabar was the last one that you want to know about.
Yeah.
Sundabar, during the there was a war recently within the last couple of decades recently, called the War of the Silver Marches. And basically, at that point, Sundabar was relatively destroyed by orcs. The human population there was wiped out. The dwarven population went underground. And at this point, it is kind of cut off from the rest of everyone, pretty much. They've basically, the dwarves who live there have kind of turned to rebuilding and have kind of turned their back on the Lord's Alliance. The walls are intact, but it is pretty much off limits to non-dwarven sorts of people.
Okay. You got any questions, Fritz?
No, I mean, she's not really coming from the direction of Nonar's Hold, but I was just curious if had heard anything about this whole deal with these spectral hunters or whatever.
I think she would just kind of know the basics of it, kind of that,
rumor.
The rumors that you have heard, coming in.
Okay. And I think, was there anywhere else that we were...
Xantharl's Keep, but that's in the opposite direction of which she was coming.
Yeah, she wouldn't have been there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's kill her, mug her, and head on. That's... wasn't really anything else I had to ask.
Okay. Thanks for the heads up.
All right. All right, so you're going to continue traveling for the next few days. It's about 3 days travel over to up to the road here. You're about a day out of Everlund.
Do you guys want to stop in Oliston's Hold or no?
What did she
Is there
say about
anything there?
Olliston's Hoard or Hold?
Hold,
That it was
it's
basically a good
just
place to stay at an inn.
safe place to stay.
Can we make
Stock
it
up
to
on
Everlund?
supplies.
Can we make it to Everlund
Yeah, I mean
before nightfall?
it's another day up to Everlund still.
You can stop by the hold when it hurt,
All right, yeah.
unless there's a quest.
Tavern it up.
All right. Yeah, you stop here. There is it's just it will be a generally a general good evening for you. There's the Headless Troll, which is an inn. There's a tavern known as the Flaming Flagon. There's a market, a smithy. So if there's any kind of basic sorts of things that you need, they would have them here. Otherwise, it's a safe kind of resting spot here for the evening. And the next day, you will head to Everlund. Let's see. I'm going to do one more roll here. All right. On your way to Everlund, it's actually going to be it's going to be fairly uneventful. This woman, none of the hill giants that she had kind of mentioned that might be coming out of the high forest. You don't run into anything like that, and you will arrive at Everlund. The town is. Let's see. Let's do this. I think I actually have a map of this for you. This will bring you on into Everlund. So Everlund, you're going to arrive here kind of late in the day. It's a full day to get here. So you're going to be coming in just as kind of sun is setting on the town here. Everlund is situated on the banks of the Riven River. It is a very active mercantile sort of community. All around the city, there's a thick stone wall that encloses around it, punctured by 5 gates. So you all would be coming in from the southern gate here at the southern end of the city. Everything is fairly clean and wide enough to allow large caravan vehicles to come in. There are soldiers here that display not the Lord's Alliance insignia that you might expect, but they have just the insignia of the city on their uniforms, and they patrol the walls. It's fairly stately and well maintained here. Most of the buildings are in good shape. Lots of colorful banners flying kind of in the setting sun. There's a couple of bridges that span the river that flows through the heart of the city here. This is Everlund.
Where's Danavar's house?
Yeah. Danavar. Let's see. I'm just looking up one thing here.
Fire Giants attack.
Yeah, Fire Giants attack. Give me 1 second. Something is weird here with the Roll20 module. Pulling out the book. Look one thing up. Let's see. There we go. Okay. That's the key that I was after. Because they don't have the key on the map. Alright. All right, so you are looking for Danavar, is that correct?
Yep.
All right. All right, so Danavar is here, kind of in. You'll go in, crossing through the southern bridge gate, coming up the Evermore Way. You'll cross over the bridge into the marketplace. So it's kind of a large market here. And turning left, you'll come over to kind of a corner near the water, which is going to be where Danavar's house is. There's a half orc there. This is one of the oldest and largest inns and places to rest here in town. And there's a half-orc named Drow who is here running the place. As you enter, he'll be kind of walking through making sure people are taken care of, and he'll see you enter and kind of walk over to greet you. Right, name's Danavar, or name's Drow. How can I help you?
Drow, my name is Coco, and these are my friends, Mordecai and Fritz, and what's
Kane.
Kane. I've got a couple things for you. I've got this letter of recommendation, and then I've got this badge I was given by someone named Durathra.
Gotcha. Yeah. He's going to he'll take the papers from you, and take a look at those, and then you hand him the insignia as well. And he's gonna look at the badge that you hand him. He's going to put it in his pocket and not hand it back to you. And he's gonna just kind of motion to you to follow him. He's gonna sit you at a table, walk over to the bar. He's gonna kind of rummage underneath the bar and bring some glasses and a bottle back with him. He's gonna set it on the table and point at it. This is Silvery Moon's finest right here. It's a pretty fine elven wine. He's going to pop the cork on it and pour each of you a glass.
Oh, thank you, sir.
He's going to hold up one finger before you drink. He is going to as far as this letter goes, he's going to point to the letter of recommendation that you gave him. I can get you a favor from the Zor family. They're one of the most prominent families here in town. So let me know if that's ever something that you want. If there's ever anything you need, let me know. We'll make it happen.
All right.
What was the name of the family?
The Zor family, Zoar. And he's going to point at the glasses, and kind of raise one of his own, and he's going to just say, "To the fallen at Tribor," and raise his glass to kind of clink it with everybody else's.
To the fallen.
Does everybody do this?
I do.
Yeah, I don't, or rather, Fritz doesn't. Gonna clink his water or whatever he's drinking.
Well, I mean, he definitely would have poured you a glass and shoved it in front of you.
Okay, well, he would. Fritz would say thank you so much, but I stick to water.
I grab his drink and pour it in mine.
All right. Do all of you drink other than Fritz?
I drink.
All right.
No, I don't drink Elven.
Jesus.
He's just gonna look. Coco, Coco, you are going to, as you drink from the glass, you are going to disappear from the inn. Kane also is going to disappear because Kane will definitely drink.
Rad.
Drawl is going to look back at Mordecai and at Fritz. He's going to point to the glass. He's going to pour a little bit more for Fritz. He's going to look at both of you, and he's going to say, "If you want to help Drathra, you'll drink." And he'll shove the glasses kind of back in your direction.
Fine, but I won't like it.
Never said you had to like it.
I want some more information about what is going on first.
Do you have any disappearing stuff that's not alcoholic?
Hey.
Here, how much do we have to drink?
Just a sip. Just a sip is going to do it.
Fritz, come on.
Before I drink this, I need you to tell me a little bit about where I'm going. Where we're going. Or intimidation if I need to.
You can roll a persuasion. This is going to be a pretty high check on him. Yeah. He is just going to look at you. You came to me for help. This is me helping you.
And with that,
what help did we come for?
Well, you brought the letter of introduction, and you came with Darathra's insignia. She had told you that let's see. She had said basically that he would. She wanted you to let the Harpers know what was going on, and to talk to this guy. So this kind of depends how much you trust the Harpers.
Okay. Well, I don't.
I think you
know
should
them
just.
that well, but I'm not gonna leave.
Yeah, I was just about to say, what are you gonna do? Just like.
I'm not gonna
All
leave
right, see you guys later.
Party, abandon them to their fate in whatever plane they've been teleported to. So, I will begrudgingly take a sip of the drink.
All right, and Mordecai, you drink from yours as well.
Yeah.
All right. Both of you are going to disappear from the inn as well, and you all are going to find yourselves suddenly. Coco and Kane, you would find yourselves there first. You are in some sort of parlor.
I look at Kane and I go, "Holy shit, that's some strong stuff."
This parlor has fairly austere furnishings, and all around you, like lounging on the the simple wood furniture and that kind of thing. There's probably a dozen Tressum. These are the flying cats that you encountered before. They're just all over this place.
Grandma, look.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I just what does Grandma do?
I totally forgot we had a flying cat.
Oh yeah, Coco's got this flying cat traveling with him.
Is Grandma excited or scared?
I think Grandma's going to kind of like, I think Grandma would kind of look around, and kind of do. I mean, it's always weird with other cats, right? Like, there's kind of this moment where it's like inspection, and like it's going to kind of go over and like kind of like standoffishly kind of sniff at one, and like maybe one kind of like hisses at Grandma a little bit, and then the other one, like Grandma kind of like, and like eventually they're kind of okay, and they all kind of create their own space, but they're all kind of wary of each other, right? Like Grandma's new to this whole mix of everything.
I say out loud, "Everyone get along. Grandma, if anything goes down, let me know.
Yeah. A couple of moments later, as Mordecai and Fritz kind of pop into the room here as well, there is going to be there's a doorway, and kind of tottering into the doorway, there's going to be an old gentleman. He's kind of a shorter fellow. He's actually a gnome. He's going to kind of totter into the room, and he's going to look around, look at the group, and he's going to you must be a new group sent. Let's see, who sent you this time?
That would be Drow.
Oh, right. Excellent. Follow.
Via Darathra.
He's going to nod. Well, I can't say that I know Drathra. Actually, I take that back. Scratch that. You say Drathra, and he will he'll nod. Yeah, Drathra, excellent. See, that helps if I finish reading the rest of the thing when knowing relationships. He's going to nod. All right, very well. Well, follow me. He's just going to kind of beckon and totter back up the steps.
Okay, I follow. I'm gonna call Grandma with me.
Yeah, Grandma will follow you. He's going to lead you up some steps. You're going to go up into a tower. And it turns out you are in the Moongleam Tower, which is this is the Harper base here in Everlund. Excuse me. And he's going to lead you up to the tower. And there is a room that has on the floor there are circles that have been inscribed on the floor, and he's going to point to them, and he's going to say, "Well, until the Harpers decide otherwise." Looks like you can use the circles here to travel around the all of the
Sword Coast?
Sword Coast, thank you. Goodness, brain stopped there for a minute.
I'll send you an invoice later.
Thank you. Yeah. Let's see. Let me see if I've got. I actually think I have a map potentially, or a handout maybe. Let me see what I have here. One of these two things I have. It must be a handout. Let's see here.
Aren't you guys glad we didn't hunt ghosts? We got teleported.
What part of Lord
Now
of
we
the
can travel
Hunt
anywhere.
does not bring anything inside you?
You're
That's so
Lord of the
cool.
Hunt?
Lords of the Hunt. That's so cool.
All right, here we
but
go.
you just wanted to
Yeah. Okay. So there is these circles are inscribed on the ground, and basically each of these is able to transport you somewhere different here in the area. Everlund, Loudwater, Mirabar, Neverwinter, Waterdeep, and Yartar. We can get into how all of this works later, but these are now available to you.
Cool.
Yeah.
At any time, or just now?
Pretty much at any time, as long as you are in good with the Harpers. You can seek them out in the different cities, and try to use these sigils.
Cool. So how do we get in? Do I have to show him the badge again?
Yeah. No, he's going to look at you, having come through. He's going to just he's going to point out to the circles. He's going to say, he's going to ask you, so, if Dathra sent you, what is it that what she had sent you about?
Well, did you hear about what happened in Tribor?
He's going to kind of nod his head. I figured it had something to do with the giant attack there. So are you?
And they pulled out something, dug up something out of the ground. The fire giants did. We have no idea what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna nod. Are you hunting the giants?
Well, we're trying to... That's a fantastic question. We're trying to figure out what's going on with the giants. We were picked up by a cloud giant who said there's something going on with the ordning. And everything's been turned upside down. And what else about that?
There's the Vonendod relic.
Right. What did the cloud giant tell us about someone? Who's the head of the giants? The cloud giant, or the head of God giant?
Oh, you are talking about
that he left his post or something?
Yeah. Let me see here. Let me pull up. Sorry, that was not at all where I was looking, so I just have to pull up the information real quick. All right, so within the ordning, you have the god. I just cannot remember his name right this second.
Yeah, that's fine. I just tell the guy.
Yeah, there's the god over it all. Yeah, absolutely. He'll kind of nod. It sounds like you know as much as anyone else about what's going on here. He's gonna just kind of look. If you're trying to thwart the giants, and you seem to be on that sort of a quest right now, you can use these circles to travel. The sigils on this paper that I've given you, you can use those to travel around. Any of the circles located in all of the cities that I mentioned. And there should be a Harper spellcaster who can help should your party need help at each of these places. He's just going to point kind of out vaguely into the world. I have it on good authority that not only the Harpers, but the Lord's Alliance, the Emerald Enclave, the Order of the Gauntlet, and he's going to kind of lower his voice a little, even the Zentarum, are all taking steps to protect, well, civilization, or at least their interest against the giants and their incursions. I know the giants, the dragons, have a long history, so maybe there's something with that, but whatever it is... everything I have here is at your disposal, and I will make sure that your information gets passed along to other Harpers in the network. He's going to kind of gesture at each of you. Follow me one more time, and he's going to walk out of the teleportation room.
Okay, follow.
He's going to march upstairs. Into a hallway. He's going to kind of like gesture you to stop and go. He's going to go into a chamber and reemerge with a little box that he is carrying. It's kind of a small wooden coffer. He's going to turn around and hand it back to the party. I don't know. This is not probably as useful to me as it could be to you here. Drathra sent this to me several years back for my birthday, and I haven't had opportunity to use it yet. Perhaps you can make better use of it. He'll open up the box, and inside you're going to see that the space is divided into 6 compartments. And inside each compartment, there is a rolled-up spell scroll. And each of these spell scrolls, there are 6 of them. One is a Dispel Magic scroll. One is a Fly scroll. One is a magic weapon scroll. One is sending. One is tongues, and one is water breathing. And he will hand this box over to the group. And he will kind of just make a gesture. I am at your service, and as is the tower here in Everlund.
To use a scroll, what are the requirements?
All right, so to use a scroll, that is a very good question. I'm going to look up specifically so that I can make sure I'm not. All right. Basically, it needs to be on your class's spell list. If you have it, then you can just cast it basically off of the scroll. Otherwise, you cannot read what is on the scroll. So each of these has the potential to be more or less useful depending if it is on your spell list or not.
So you can pretty much only use it if it's a spell that you currently have access to.
Right. If it's something that you could use for your class, basically.
So even if it's a higher level.
Right. Yeah. If it is a higher level item, we're gonna get to that. So you can once you have the scroll, you can do one of two things with it. You can try to transfer it into your spell book if you're the type of character who uses a spell book, like a wizard or something like that. Or you can use the word on the scroll to cast it. Once you cast this thing or transfer it, it is going to be lost. It's a one-use sort of item. If it is higher level than you can normally cast, you can attempt to make the spellcasting happen, but you have to do an ability check using your spellcasting ability to determine whether or not you can cast it successfully. And the DC of that is going to be 10 plus the spell's level. So like a level 3 spell, the DC would be a 13. You would have to roll your spellcasting ability to see if you can do it. That's basically how it works.
Oh, there's a couple of these that I can potentially cast.
Mordecai, are any of those on the ranger spell list?
I think tongues might be, but the others I'm pretty sure are not.
Okay. Coco, I don't know what's on your cleric list, but if any of those fit that as well, you can look and see. None of them are on the barbarian spell list, so...
Shocking. I think what needs to happen is we each need to go to a sigil, pick a different one, and just split up completely.
We'll play in 45-minute increments.
And Lauren will pull his hair out.
Yeah, actually, I don't think any of those are on mine.
Okay.
I can cast Dispel Magic and Magic Weapon. Two that I can.
I mean, if you can't cast them now, first off, possibly saving them for another character who may or may not join the group is possible, or they are worth money. So both of those are valid options with them.
I can do Dispel so far. Magic Weapon, you said?
Yeah, Dispel Magic, Fly, Magic Weapon.
Weird.
Sending Tongues and Water Breathing.
Is magic... I'm not finding Magic Weapon in the D&D Beyond spell list.
I've got it as a 3rd level.
Let's see, Magic Weapon. Let's see, it looks like it is... what type of cleric are you?
Trickster.
It does not look like it is a Trickster Cleric spell.
Okay, I got Sending and Dispel so far.
It is on the... It is on... You're clicking again, Jason. It is on the Arcane Trickster Rogue. next, it looks like. All right, well, guys, figure out who gets which spells. This seems like a reasonable thing to kind of do. And then I think this might be a good place to call it for the day. Next time we can figure out where you would like to travel. If you want to use these portals right away, if there's other places that you want to travel that are closer that you don't want to take them to. All of that is available to you potentially. And again, the circles, I'll put them here in the list one more time where they head to, just so that you've got the list of that. There we go. That's where the circles head to. So you can be thinking about that over this week. Figure out where you might like to head, if there's anywhere you'd like to go. Otherwise, I think we should call it here, and we will see where this takes you next time. Everyone, thanks for watching. As always, hit the follow button on Twitch. That helps us out and keeps you connected with us, so you know when we're streaming, all of that kind of thing. Go ahead, and if you want to catch up on the previous adventures, either this or our Tomb of Annihilation, you can catch that on all of the video on demand on YouTube. It's under Lauren the GM on YouTube. And we stream this every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time. We do Storm King's Thunder here on Twitch. And on Saturday nights, we do 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. We do Tomb of Annihilation. And stuff got a little creepy last night. It's going to get interesting going forward from here. So everyone, thanks so much for watching. We'll be back next week with more of Storm King's Thunder. See you later.